your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
The Sphere Network. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today at advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Baptiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. It's the Soulfood Podcast. It's your man, Mr. Goodbar here. We just in here grooving to some dope instrumentals right now while we were waiting to set up, and we just decided to let it rock a little bit more. So glad to have you guys back at the table. It's time for us to have soul food dinner again. You know what I mean? Please make sure you always remember you can catch me on Twitter at The Good Remedy. I want to hear your input on all of this dope music that we're going to be going over today. We got a great artist we'll be talking about today. Three the Hard Way is always in the building. We're missing Miss Sarah today. She's over in Italy looking at the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I got my man Jay in here. Jay, what's good?
What's up, man? Glad to be back.
Man, glad to have you back in the building, brother.
Yes, man. Another week.
Yeah.
Another edition of Soul Food, man.
Listen, we need that soul food, bro.
Yes. So let's let me dive into what I'm excited to tell you about.
Let's go.
Man, so I was looking forward to PJ Morton, right? Got
Right.
a chance to experience that, and this was at the House of Blues, and it was everything I expected it to be and more. And I've been to his one of his shows before, but I just knew this one would be even more magical than the previous one.
Right.
And he didn't disappoint at all. Like it was just everything. And like I said, it was intimate. Crowd knew every word.
That's what's up.
He got up off the piano, a couple of times and was, just rocking the stage. The background singers were just, they gave life, man.
Did they?
They
That's
gave
what's
life. They're sisters.
Okay.
They're called the Amores.
Okay.
But them background singers are perfection.
Wow.
They are amazing. The whole show was awesome. Like every like I said, every note, every key, even some extra stuff that they just threw in there on on the fly. Took us to church.
Right,
At some point during the performance, it was just
Got to do that.
and it would have been. I mean, like even though we didn't have Yeba for the How Deep Is Your Love, it like everybody still kind of like just helped and did their part just to even bring it to life. You know what I mean? Like he still sung it. It was awesome.
It sounded like it was an organic experience.
It was awesome. I'm still on the high from it, to be honest with you. Like I didn't get a close seat as she did.
Uh-oh.
She got a chance to. She was right there by the piano, right there.
She told me
the
she
whole
saw
time.
you there
So,
too. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
and I was so happy. I peeked through the crowd and I saw her and waved at her. But it was. I'm glad she was there.
We're talking about our producer,
Cool,
Terry.
but yeah,
in the house. She
she's,
was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the PJ
Yeah, I'm
Morton
jealous
show.
because she was right there up on the stage, and I was like, you know what? But I was so glad. I was glad for her.
Yeah.
Because we just did the review of the album, and then it was our first time being introduced to him, and then so for her to be right there, like
Right.
up front, center, just here we go.
That was the product of soul food actually manifesting with her being there.
That was it.
And
That
I
was
think
really
that's an attribute to not only to us Three the Hard Way, also to the people who listen and support us. We really do appreciate you guys, and we love you guys for continuing to stick with us as we start this new journey. And we just got a lot of dope music we got to go over. Some stuff you may have already known that has been released. Some you didn't even know was out. And PJ Morton, we were glad we were able to review that. I think
Absolutely,
it
man.
introduced me to that element, the live element. I hate I missed the show. I really did.
It's the hottest tour going right now. Aside from Tank and the Bangers, that's like the
Yeah.
hottest. Everybody's like he's gained a whole lot of new fans from this album alone.
That's what's up.
So I'm happy for him.
Right, good for him.
Brick Liam
Right.
opened for him.
Okay.
Well, actually, prior to that, Joy Star.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of her or not, but if you had one of music's albums, like the I forget the name of the album, but she's featured on one of his albums.
Okay.
And I love the song he and her did together. Anyway,
Okay.
she opened up. Not too many knew who she was, but I knew who she was when she said her name and everything. I was
Right.
like, oh, that's you.
Right.
Gotcha. So anyway, she was there, and then Brick Liam is he's a Houstonian,
Right.
and dude is like he's awesome.
It's
Got some
funny
great
that
vocals and everything.
That you mentioned that she walked on stage and nobody knew her. I'm assuming that when she got off stage, everybody knew who she was.
Yeah, I mean they showed love. They still showed love and
Right.
everything, but like I know the reception will be different the next time around.
Right.
Because she's a great singer.
The wonderful thing about the artist that we'll be going over today, that's the exact same experience. I actually witnessed it, and we'll get into it when we get ready to
Awesome,
review her
man.
album. But it was the exact same thing, so I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
And I love that. Like we get that first little taste of them, and then when they blossom, like hey, I
I was
saw
right
her.
there.
I was right there the first time. She
Yep.
was just opening up for PJ.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I think she's probably one of those who's probably even been behind the pen,
Right.
even in writing and stuff like that, little small features. But now, like she's trying to break out and really, really go for it. So,
Right. One of the artists that it's funny the artists that we'll be talking about today. There's a synergy between all of them. Like for instance, the artist that we'll be talking about for the main chorus actually opened up for the artist that we'll be playing for the appetizer.
Oh man.
So I feel like if everybody's ready to get to the soul food, we can talk about this appetizer we're about to get into. It just got released like last week. This came
wow.
out.
This is fresh.
Yeah, this is
off the
fresh
stove.
off the press. Right out of fresh out the stove, right? All right, so we're going to get into this new song for the appetizer. It's by The Internet. It's called Roll Burbank Funk. Yeah.
What's so crazy is like I was just procrastinating like I normally do. I screenshot it like, okay, I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna check it out later. But I was excited. I was like, oh, let me snap that real quick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna come to it later, and I never did. And then Mr. Rod tagged me in like a post, and I was like, let me
She
go ahead and
tagged me
push play.
too, yeah.
Let me push play right now.
Right. That was where I got introduced. She brought it to my attention, and so I listened to it, and I played it on the Remedy last Saturday. That was the first song I played. This song is so
That's
fire.
it's a good little wake up song, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
no
like,
doubt. And I love that Sid's not on the vocals,
Yeah.
the lead vocals. Not that I love it. I like that they changed the
Right,
lead
they switched it
vocals
up,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And mind you, I think this is probably like the first little something that we've heard of them since she went solo and did the Fan album.
Right.
Because they all did their own little projects, for a little bit, and they came back, and like,
Right.
to do this. So
This is some good Saturday grooving,
oh man, yeah.
driving around, running errands type music. I feel like I want to iron my clothes or something.
Yeah, like just getting ready, like for the day,
Right.
for the season day. I think there's a video to this too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a video to this. But this is just straight grooving though.
Yeah,
That's the whole
it
thing.
sounds like it's fun, it's lively, it's easygoing. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And who don't love Sid? Like I love
She's awesome.
Sid. Yeah.
I got to see her this year too, like in concert,
Mhm.
and like it's been a really dope year for concerts. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
was it this year? Maybe it was like end of last year. But anyway, I got to see her too. It was pretty dope just seeing her, and you could tell she was a little bit like kind of maybe a little like scared a little bit because it's just her, and it wasn't no band,
Right.
it's just her, But she rocked it. It was cool.
I remember the first time I saw Sid, she was actually DJing for Tyler the Creator at
Oh,
South
wow.
by
Yeah,
Southwest.
yeah.
And it was funny seeing her back there and then step into the forefront in front of a band. Just seeing her transformation as an artist
That's
is great.
always awesome to see that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Man, so you guys tell us what you think about this song. I already know that you love it. I already know you're going to enjoy it. Put it on your playlist. This is called Roll Burbank Funk by The Internet. I hope this is attached to a project that's coming out soon.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
ready.
I know.
I'm so ready.
I think everybody is.
No doubt.
Because everybody was afraid they probably broke up. Like, oh, Sid
Yeah.
going solo? Like, what
And then
happened?
Steve also, the guitar player, he did a solo album too.
Yeah, because they all, she had mentioned, she was like, hey, we're all doing our own little solo thing, but we still kind of even show up for each other and support each other's little,
Exactly.
solo acts or whatever, and even play together. But it was just like, that's what they were doing for that moment in time. Thankfully, they didn't disband on us. So
Oh no, I can't.
that would have
have
been tragic.
I
That would've
can't
been
have them
tragic.
doing that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay some bills real quick before we get into our main course. This portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Yeah. I could just rock off of these instrumentals for a while. You know what I mean? We got some dope soul samples playing. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do, we're going to jump right into our main course. And the synergy between two is that the first time that I got a chance to see this group, Moonchild,
Yes.
live, they opened for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'd already been a fan of the Moonchild, and I was surrounded by a bunch of internet fans. So when Moonchild walked on stage, I was hyper, and everybody around me was like, what you so hype about? And they saw these 3 white people on stage, 2 white guys, 1 little skinny white girl. I was like, yo, I'm telling y'all, before this is over, y'all are going to be so in love with them.
Yeah.
And Amber Navran opened her mouth and started singing, and everybody was just like, whoa, they were blown away.
Yeah.
And about maybe 4 minutes into 3 minutes into the first song they did, they had the crowd around their pinky. They could do no wrong. And so I was super excited when I found out that she was putting out a solo project, just a little short EP, just to put some music out. 'Cause she's had bands before,
Right.
and she's had music before, but this was her first project after being in Moonchild and getting the success that they've had.
Gotcha, yeah.
And just a little taste of her own music.
Gotcha.
So she released an EP last year called Speak Up. And the first song off of Speak Up is a song called Time's Up. It's a lot of instrumentals in this, and she produced and wrote everything on this EP. It's really short,
Oh, that's really dope.
but everything on it is hers. So let's take a listen to Time's Up. And if you love Moonchild, you will love this project.
Oh man, yeah. But at first listen, I was just like, this is it. There's no way it could not be dope.
Yeah, it's 100%.
There's no way it couldn't have been dope. Man, look.
And she keeps the songs really succinct and short, but just enough to give you the medicine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like this project is her really kind of stamping her place as a producer and a songwriter and a performer.
And she's a musician too. So,
yeah,
you know,
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, she's keys, she's wind instruments, she's all
exactly,
of that. Yeah. And that soft, airy voice she has.
I have a thing for those kind of.
I
don't
know.
I have a thing for them. I do. I guess I do. Because I love, like, Shantae Karen, you know, one of those airy type.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just love those kind of voices. I don't know. Just clear as a bell, soft and pretty. But I love raspiness too. Like, it's just certain people just, you know, they do it for me.
When I figured out that you were a big Shantae Karen fan, I knew you would love Amber. Yeah. I knew it because I was like, that not that they are similar, but they have that type of style, that the soft voice, but it's still sharp and clear and it's tender, you know, kind of like, you know, Alex Isley or like King, those type of, you know, melodic voices.
Your ear, you know, it's just,
absolutely.
I don't know how I actually stumbled upon Moonchild. I think it was just like, you know, Facebook. Well, not Facebook, but when you get on YouTube, that rabbit hole goes real deep. Like you just
Oh, yeah.
just start by looking, one thing, and the next thing you know was just, And so I stumbled upon them, and I was just like, wow, And then when Borgia came out and dropped, I was like, oh man. So I want to see them live. Hopefully, I get to see them live.
Oh, we got to do that.
I would love to see them live.
This song is called "He's Been Gone." I play this on the Remedy a lot.
I was about to say this right here was it.
Oh, man.
This right here when I heard this right here.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish you could have saw my initial reaction. I was just like, wait, what? This is it right here. And I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even call her just like this is just jazz. It's like just jazz, some soul, some R&B. Like she totally fuses all three of them together.
She really does.
Like this is it.
She's cut from the cloth, man.
Oh yeah,
she really is cut from the cloth.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Man, come on.
That's her on the keys.
That's sick.
That breakdown, man.
She killed that.
You like this? You feeling this? Y'all can hear me singing this. I'm gonna turn the mic because I don't want to ruin it.
All right, so we're going to take a break from jamming for a little bit and pay some more bills. This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking to place or advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at the area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. Again, that's 832-772-7789.
That's what's up. So that's He's Been Gone off of Amber Navran's EP, Speak Up, which I think, you know what? And I'm going to throw another element to this. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to interview her and ask her what was the thought process behind the name of the project, because if you remember, around the time that this project came out was a lot of the time when we were having a lot of our women in society were standing up for a lot of injustice that they've been experiencing.
There was a movement going on, yeah, for
sure. And I feel like this was synonymous with that. You know, the Speak Up title of the album, even though she's speaking up for herself and her music, I feel like it's pertinent to that time period and this current time period.
Yeah.
I feel like
still now.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think and I'd love to ask her that question to see.
I'm sure you'd probably be right on key with that. Like that's what she was maybe had in mind. You know what I mean? Right. So like even just her coming out with the solo project just to step out on her own.
Right.
You know, from just everything and just basically speaking up, having a voice. This is just me, myself. Right. You know, nothing else. So I think she was probably in that vein when she created this album. So also women's empowerment type stuff, and so I mean that's legit. So I think a lot of the music that we get from most artists kind of speaks to the times that they were living in, and things that were going through. So I definitely think you would be right to say that she was on that.
And Moonchild actually as a group, and I follow them individually and collectively on social media, they've always been very socially active. Like it's nothing for you to go to Amber Navran's Instagram and see her wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt.
That's dope.
I mean, they are always on the forefront of injustice, of speaking against injustice for all communities, for all people, for Black and brown, for women, for everyone. So that's kind of why it put me in that space for her. And that's just another thing, as much as we appreciate the music of our artists, I can appreciate someone who's in tune with the social status of the world right now.
I agree.
And they're on the ground. They're there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate
on the
that
front
about
line
her.
with everybody.
Absolutely. So in keeping with what she's going on, this next song is called Floats from the Speak Up Project. And let's get into that. I like the airy way it just comes in. See, this is his thing, y'all. This is his. I know I got him when we play this airy. And this is just an instrumental.
Even that melody, though, like, I mean, like, come on.
Right. This is just an instrumental.
It's so many layers to it, you know, like it's, you gotta listen to it. Just, there's a lot going on.
Absolutely. This is definitely the type of music you can catch a vibe to, you know.
It's kind of similar to what we was vibing to just before we got, you know, when we got started. Like,
Right.
it has that groove to it.
Right. Sometimes, I mean, and I think you can speak to this. I mean, as much as we look to music to be information, that type of soul food.
Yeah.
Sometimes the type of soul food we need is just to relax us, just to be present, you know.
Yeah. For me, that's all day long. Like I don't need words. Like I don't need the words. Just get the right. You string the right melody together, the right notes,
Exactly.
the right sounds. It's gonna come together, you know. And you know, I think for this, for that track, straight mellow. I'm a mellow kind of guy anyway. I'm laid back and chill, and so anything like that, that's it.
So this song right here gets you. It's called Letter 7/Say Yes.
Yes.
I knew you would feel this. This is her doing an instrumental, and then she does a semi cover of "Say Yes" by Floetry.
And certain songs you don't touch. You know what I mean? You don't want nobody else touching it. Like, you know what?
Right.
That's a classic. Leave it alone.
Right.
And she tastefully just, you know, touched on it a little bit, just gave you just enough, and, you know, backed off of it, like, you know, and made it her own.
Absolutely.
Too. Like I wouldn't have even thought to put it together like the way she just did that.
Right. For those who are not aware, if you're not following Amber Navran on social media, I encourage you to follow her YouTube page or the Moonchild YouTube page. Amber has been doing covers for a very long time on YouTube.
Yes,
like she's done some Beyonce covers, and they all sound great. I know it sounds weird to hear that, but they sound really great.
Yeah, because
she owns them and she doesn't try to overdo it.
Yeah, and that's what I like when artists make things their own. I really do. Like, you could just put our own spin to it, so, you know, it's like I'm an artist in, you know, my own right as far as painting.
Right.
And, you know, I want to whatever piece I do, whatever genre of art that I do, I still want people to be able to recognize it and look at it and say, well, that's a Jesse. That's a Jesse realism. That's a Jesse abstract piece, or that's a Jesse, you know, surrealism piece, or whatever. So, like, you know, still put my own spin on it, even if it's probably I could paint the same piece somebody else painted, but you'll know it's mine because I put my stamp on it and tweaked it a little bit, and, you know, so it's my own signature, you know, if you will. So,
and I feel like she did that with this song. She took her time with it, but she didn't try to oversell it. She just sings it like she's singing it at home. You know what I mean? Which I believe the lion's share of this project was produced in her house.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know how I know Amber loves us? She actually released an instrumental of this project. So she has the original version, and then she has the instrumentals that she's released. That's how you know she loves us. Yeah.
That's dope.
So soulful.
What?
Her voice, you described it perfectly, how it just tickles. But it's still strong.
Yeah. Just listen to the way, like, what she...
Yeah.
The music, how the music comes down with the, like, is... Anyway.
Yeah, man. Anyway. You feeling it? We hope you guys are feeling this too. We really do love Amber Navran here on Soul Food. She's you've actually probably heard the instrumental for this song. We play it on the background, when we're in the middle of just, discussing music. So we keep it on in good rotation. and we're gonna start this last. This is the last song on this EP. I told you guys it was short. This song is called "Last of Your Love." I really like the sentiment of this song. I'm not gonna, the last of your love. I don't want the last of your love. I like that. Come through, Amber.
It's hard to believe that something like this, like, not that it's a color thing, but you would not think that, you know, this kind of production and groove and whatever would just come from somebody who's white.
We're gonna keep it a buck. When I first saw her, I'd heard the Moonchild music beforehand. I knew they were white, but I'd heard it before. And then when I saw the video for the first single they put out, I was like, who's about to sing this? And when she opened her mouth, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And I love seeing people have that reaction to seeing her in person
all day,
and her open her mouth, and they're like, "Whoa!"
all day. Like, I mean, if you listen to it, you're just like, "Wow, like, this is dope." I mean, you want some people. You can think of some people right now who could totally beast on this right here, this whole groove.
Yep.
Or just, you know, and give it to you, but like, you would not think. You just wouldn't think it.
Moonchild is the definition of do not judge a book by its cover. For real,
I agree.
Definition, because they are soulful. They are full of soul.
I'm gonna say the same thing about Hiatus Coyote. I don't know if you got it.
Oh yeah,
yet.
what?
Okay,
Yeah, we got to spend some time with. Yeah, we got to spend some time with them. I've been on that for a minute.
Oh yeah.
I want people to receive Moonchild like our parents received Michael McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's kind of where I am.
This whole group is. I mean, they're it. This is. I love them.
100%.
It's a love affair for me.
Oh yeah, they are amazing, and I support anything they do. So we're gonna take this portion of the show to pay a few bills. The last bill, probably. This portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitments to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Baptiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Baptiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680. I need to call him because I got a toothache over here. Tooth hurting right here. I'll be there soon, Dr. Baptiste. So we hope you guys really enjoyed this album, this EP we call it. I know Jay Feezy felt it.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a must-have for all music lovers. Add it to your collection. Please go support Amber Navran and everything that she does with Moonchild, outside of Moonchild. Go to your streaming services. Purchase the album, purchase the project. She has two. She has the Speak Up EP and the Speak Up EP instrumentals for all of those who love the.
Can't go wrong with either one.
Can't go wrong, man. So please go support her, and please follow her and Moonchild on social media as well, and let them know how much you love their music. And if they're in your town, go see them. I promise you will not regret it. 100%.
I'm not gonna miss it.
Oh no, I'm so glad I got to see them finally.
Like, I'm hoping she drops another one, like, maybe this year.
I like that she made it short,
short and sweet.
It's just enough of a taste.
Oh,
so
it's quality. Like
bit.
the whole, it's every track.
Yeah,
quality.
100%, man.
We talk about that all the time. Like, just we don't mind it being short, as long as you give me some good bangers. Each one is solid. You can tell they took the time with it, and production wise, and to give us some good quality music. So
then I went on your tip where it's like, okay, now who do I want to see her work with?
I thought about that. Who did you say? What? Give me like maybe your top two people you came to mind.
I would love to hear her sing with Alex Isley.
I imagined as we were playing this Alex Isley on these tracks.
I need her to sing with a strong male vocalist as well. I'd like to hear her sing with perhaps Xavier Omar. I could hear them singing together. Yeah. We're gonna get to Xavier Omar too on Soulfood podcast. Please,
I've been jamming him.
Yeah, we're gonna get to him. Yeah,
I think I imagined her because it puts me in the mind of Robert Glasper too.
Oh yes.
So I was like, I wonder what kind of flavor they could, together.
Yes.
What they can cook up together. them two.
Absolutely.
And I think they can definitely do some magic together for sure.
H-Town.
Yeah.
Robert, you got to get on that, man.
I totally think they could do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah,
So I would love to hear that. I was thinking about it when I was just listening to it. Like I was like, Robert Glasper totally they could collab and make something really great happen.
No, Robert, he probably already has something in the works. Knowing
yeah,
him.
I agree. I agree.
Because he got faith on his last album. I was so not the last one, the Black Radio 2.
Yes.
I was so hyped. I was like, what? So look, Miss Sarai is over in Italy eating real Italian food and
gelato
and you know what I'm saying, and all of that stuff. So, when the mom is away, the kids can play.
Let's do it.
So for the dessert,
what we got?
Miss Sarai, we love you, mama. We love you. We love you, but because you have such an issue with this artist, we decided to wait until you were on vacation to play his music, okay?
Yes.
So that we can enjoy it ourselves. We are about to get into some Anderson .Paak for our dessert. Actually, not really Anderson .Paak. We're going to get into some NxWorries. And probably one of my favorite songs on the NxWorries project is a song called Get Bigger. I feel like we should go out like this.
Why she's not here to give us a side eye.
I know, right? Man, I wish she was into him like we were.
Man.
And I know he's rapping, but this is still just a groove.
I thought she'd have to just listen to it with me around so I could point out certain things and nuances about it.
And this video is so ill. It's simple, but it's ill.
He had the biggest grin.
That guy's
like ever. He had the biggest grin on his face all the time.
He looks like he's just enjoying the hell out of doing music, man. He's like, I know I'm so dope,
It comes through when he performs all the time. Like every performance I've watched of him, like he's genuinely like into it, like submerged.
That guy's a monster on stage. Shout out to Knowledge.
Yes, man. Did you see his? Did you get a chance to watch his Tiny Desk concert?
I didn't. I didn't. But I know it's flavor.
Before we leave, we got to just a little. This the first song.
Yeah.
We got to just. Tiny Desk. Shout out to them, man.
I love Tiny Desk.
They got some really really dope some dope shows.
I watched the OC one the other day. I went down a rabbit hole. Somebody sent me the link to the Big Daddy Kane one. Mm-hmm. I watched that one, and then I watched OC, and I was just like, man, so dope.
Yeah, like I haven't caught up on all of them yet, but like they've had some really 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 dope artists that we love and know like come through there and just kill it. And it's so dope because the whole concept, you know what I mean, like just in a little small
right,
but all the bells and whistles just bring you
just
your band
intimacy.
or whoever, just your instruments just come right here and do your thing. So like they've even packed all the roots and stuff behind there. Like that was like, so I mean it's really dope. But his Tiny Desk, like I watch it like almost every other day at work.
Right,
like it's that dope to me.
That's what's up.
It's dope. You gotta watch it.
So you guys listen, this is the NxWorries project. It came out in 2016. If you don't have it, please go make it part of your musical library. I promise you won't forget. You won't be regretted at all. This might be my favorite song on it though.
Yeah.
The chorus got me.
Mm-hmm. I love his variety, man. Like to me, I think it's kind of hard to survive nowadays if you're not just a little multifaceted. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be one dimensional and think you're gonna stay afloat in this game. Like I mean, it'll work for a little bit. It'll work for a tad bit. You got your little gimmick, but I mean, eventually, like it's just like when we have some junk.
Right.
Here and there, you eat your little fast food here and there, but eventually you're gonna want some good soul food, something to really keep you some substance. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's gonna stick to you. So, like he's one of those multifaceted artists. He plays many instruments. He can rap, sing a little bit. So he got a little bit of everything going on, like to keep him. I think he's gonna be around for a minute.
The wonderful thing about it is that he's cut from a wonderful cloth.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually one of the band members for Sarah. Shafiq Hussein had a band.
Okay, I didn't
so
know
when
that.
when he mentions the Free Nationals,
Yeah.
that's Shafiq Hussein's band, and he was part of them.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
he comes from that club. I think there's a couple of other artists that was a part of that as well that we know, and I'm spacing her name, but yeah, he comes from that cloth of the Cyrock Creative Partners family tree.
Dope.
So
They're on the Tiny Desk with him. The Free Nationals, they're on the they're on there with him. So
Yeah.
they're in the background just playing, they're doing their thing, and like
Right.
he's just there he playing the drums the whole time.
right. I got to
pretty
see
dope,
him
yeah.
when I went to California a couple of years ago for the Camp Flogna,
I
our feature
bet
for
that
the
was dope.
carnival.
If he comes to Houston too, I'm not missing that
And
show either.
he, man, when I tell you, he is just a bowl of
Yeah.
power and energy.
Yeah.
He jumped out on stage on one set with K Tronada when K Tronada was doing his set.
I bet that was dope.
It was crazy.
Stupid.
And then he did his own set on the main stage, and he was everything that you said. I mean,
Yeah.
just powerful, energetic, sounds exactly like the
Yes.
record. He was
Yes.
playing drums and rapping at the same time.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like, how do you how do you do it?
How I don't understand. I don't get it. But yeah, he's dope.
I think I first saw him. I first saw him on BT, like the Music Matters artist,
That's
whatever.
right, yeah.
They have like the little side stage where
Yeah.
they give him a little snippet to do your thing, and
Yeah.
that's it. And I'm like, he killed it. Like
Yeah.
and then the camera pans out to the audience. You can
Right.
see everybody. You can even
They
see
feel
Sid in the video, just standing up, just like getting it. Like everybody, they knew the
know.
words and everything. They knew
Yeah.
they was already on it.
Yeah, Anderson's dope.
So
yeah.
that the whole "Calm Down" song.
Oh, yeah.
he had them lit.
What?
The whole audience, man. he got the drums and started doing his thing and
Right.
performing. He killed it, man.
Yeah, he's worth the.
I think
he's worth
he started out actually singing first and just standing up.
Mhm.
Then he went got on the drums and just killed it on the drums too. Like, man,
He's definitely worth the price of admission for
yeah.
sure. So we hope you guys have enjoyed the music we went over today. Just to kind of recap, we talked about the internet's new single,
Yes.
Roll, Burbank Funk. Then we got into Amber Navran's EP, the Speak Up EP, which is amazing. And we finished it off with, we went back to 2016 to play some NxWorries Get Bigger, which is one of my favorite songs,
Yeah.
and everybody else's. So
Love it.
we were acting up without Miss Sarah in the building.
We miss you, but hey,
Have a good
Why
time.
we
Happy
gone?
belated birthday.
Yes.
It'll be time for us to celebrate Mr. Goodbar's birthday in a couple of weeks. We're going to do it real big and proper.
Hey.
So, Jay, why don't you let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, boss?
Well, for myself, you can find me on social media: Facebook, JESSE FEZIA, and I should probably be the first name that pops up for you. Again, JESSE space FEZIA on Facebook, and on Instagram, JFEZIA artist and the number 2. That's JFEZIA artist and the number 2. Follow me, I'll follow you back, of course. And yeah, look forward to seeing you. And I thank you all for tuning into the show. Week after week, it's really been a great experience thus far, and I love my co-host. I couldn't, pick a better set of co-hosts to be on this platform with. So thank you again for tuning in. Appreciate you every week. Tell somebody, share, and feel free to inbox me some music you may want to hear on the show, an album you may want us to review for you, and we'll try to get it, make it happen for you. Okay?
He's just being sweet because I'm playing this song that he liked. I played it earlier, and he was like, "Yo, that's the joint." So I started playing it again. He's feeling it.
It made me feel some kind of way. So
Yeah. Yo, I'm your man, Mr. Goodbar. You guys know how you can get me. Catch me on Twitter at The Good Remedy. I love to hear you guys' comments and input on this music we play. I need to hear what you want to hear. Tell us what you want us to review. Tell us something that we missed, or just share anything with us, or just share it with everybody that you love, that you don't like. We just appreciate you guys being part of this experience with us. It's just great to be part of this podcast and to give you the soul food you need every week. And you can always catch me every Saturday on KPFT 90.1 FM, broadcasting live in HD2 from Houston. My show is called The Remedy. All of the stuff that you hear us playing and talking about on Soul Food Podcast, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to hear that on The Remedy. So if you've missed it, you can go to mixcloud.com/Mr. Goodbar, MISTAGOODBAR. I'm going to learn how to spell it. And you can catch all past episodes of The Remedy. You can hear a whole bunch of music that we either have talked about here on Soul Food Podcast or that we will be. So on behalf of Three the Hard Way, Mr. Rye out there in Italy on secret missions, and my man Jay here, we are getting ready to get up out of here, man. So
gotta go make some more groceries so we can cook up something next week for him. That's what we gotta go.
And I got a list, man. I got a grocery
I got
list.
a lot too. We gotta just pick out something and whip it up.
No doubt, like we do every week.
All right, y'all. Well, we out for the night.
Yo, peace and love.